Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Whatever time it is for you as you watch this video. Hello again, this is Ruben with Blueprints to bring you a quick video on a diagram that I posted on Facebook. As you can see on my computer, I have it posted right there. And I did the diagram because of a research paper that I'm doing right now in college. I thought I just needed to do a video, however, to kind of break that down. The diagram there on my computer screen, it's on Facebook as a post, is called The Crisis Cycle of Sexual Confusion. Now, it's pretty common among academic circles, scientists, psychologists, counselors, even a lot of politicians. They would argue this point that transgenders, homosexuals, or people who live that alternative lifestyle, that they experience, statistically speaking, a high number of suicidality, suicide attempts, depression, anxiety, all type of mental health issues that these transgender people experience as a result of society rejecting them, as a result of, the abnormal, effects of their abnormal lifestyle, or really the normal effects of their abnormal lifestyle. Because let's be honest, when boys think they're girls and go through an entire procedure to justify that illusion, and we'll call it just that, an illusion or confusion, then society is rightfully and naturally and normally going to look at them like, man, what's wrong with you, guy or girl? You should get some help. So the mental health issue that people experience when they're confused creates a procedure, creates action. I'm confused. Let's take me for example. I'm a boy. I'm confused. I think I might be a boy, a girl stuck in a boy's body. So because of my confusion, I want to resolve that tension. I want to resolve that emotional pain and frustration. So I start seeing a medical professional and I seek treatment, hormone blockers or chemical castration or sexual reassignment surgery, whatever it is I seek it because I started to feel confused. I have a pain, I've got confusion, and I'm seeking to alleviate that. So I go about with the practices and the procedures to try to justify maybe that's who I am on the inside. And so I go through the procedures, and the procedures are then looked at. My behaviors now, I'm a boy, but I think I'm a girl. Now my behaviors and the procedures I underwent are now looked upon normally by society as, man, what's wrong? And so the stigma kicks in, the rejection, we're not really ready to embrace that as a society because it's pretty weird, man. You're a guy, you think you're a girl, and you're going to sever your male appendage because you think you're a girl. It's pretty odd, to put it nicely. So he's confused. He goes and takes procedures and practices. Now he's a girl. People look at him weird. This is me we're talking about. And that weird look that I'm getting from society, the stigma that I'm receiving, now creates more pain, more turmoil, more hurt, more emotional frustration. So what started off as confusion and inner turmoil, I'm going full circle and right back to it. So the problem, as I mentioned in that diagram right there, the mental health crisis wasn't created because people rejected my transgender attempt. The mental health crisis I'm experiencing is because of me, not because of what society is doing or not doing towards me. Because let's do this. Let's say we go to that cycle. There's that first one, second, third, fourth. Let's say we go to that cycle and all of society accepts me. I was born a man, but now I think I'm a girl. I get breast implants and sever my male appendage, and I just go through the whole 9-yard procedure. Now I'm a woman. Let's say something else pops up, and I'm experiencing more turmoil, more inner confusion, and I go through another cycle and demand that society accept me for that. Let's say I want to identify as something else, or some other crisis occurs in my mind, in my heart, and I go through a cycle And I demand that legislation is created to affirm that. I demand that society accept me for that. And we go to that cycle. And society accepts me, laws are passed, and I'm good. A few years pass, I go through another mental health crisis. And then I'm going to go to that cycle again right there. I'm going to demand, I'm going to want legislation, I'm going to want the whole world. So see what's happening here? I'm the problem, and I want you as a lawmaker, I want you as society to make me feel good. I want you to accept my confusion. I want you to validate my delusion. Because if you don't, I'm going to blame my suicidal attempts. I'm going to blame my anxiety, depression, panic disorders, whatever it is that I have. I'm going to blame it on you because you're not accepting me. You see how crazy that is? So that's 3 examples. Let's do another one. Let's say society's accepted my transgender activity, not think I'm an animal and I think whatever. Let's say I go through another mental health crisis. And I go to a cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do that again. I demand society. I demand laws. Everybody accept me. Embrace me. Otherwise, if you don't, my depression, my anxiety is going to be your fault. And now I have got the laws of the land. Now I've got society chasing me, wanting to move heaven and earth to validate my fleeting emotions and to affirm whatever confusion I'm experiencing in the moment. And if you don't, I'm going to blame you for my mental health crisis. That's crazy, people. Think about that. Mental health issues are created not because of society, they're created because of individuals who are confused and emotionally hurt and go through this crazy cycle and demand laws be made in their favor, demand society change their perspective in their favor. For what? So that person can undergo another crisis, and then we're doing it again. We're creating laws. We're demanding people to accept them. You see how insane that is? That is the epitome, the paragon, the apex of self-centeredness. I want the whole world to accommodate me. I want laws and society to bend their will to make me feel good. If that's not crazy, I don't know what is. Think about that, folks. This is Ruben again with Blueprints, giving you some raw insights on how jacked up our world is and how we need to return to God's blueprint for living. God bless y'all. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.